Hello everybody and welcome back to the archive. I'm your host, Ars Arcane, and we'll be playing some more Final Fantasy XIV for the evening. Hopefully, we'll be able to finish a little bit. I know I'm a little late, I do apologize. I got out of work pretty late and I needed time to eat and shit, so, had to take a little bit of time. But we're here and we are ready. I don't think I actually, give me a second. I don't think, yeah, I didn't do that. Fuck, I forgot to do that. I gotta move the OBS settings back over to Final Fantasy XIV. But we're back, and hopefully we'll be able to at least finish off Alexander today, as well as hopefully finish off the rest of my Black Mage quests. I don't know if we're gonna get all the way through the Sky Pirates Alliance raids, but we're gonna try. I can't stay up super late because I do have work tomorrow, so we'll be getting off like 11-ish o'clock. I know 3 hours isn't exactly a super long stream for me, but well, you know, what can you do? Work's a bitch. And I'm a little worried it's going to be even more of a bitch, because apparently we're losing a couple more people. And the worst part is, those couple more people are closers. And I'm one of the only people, other than them, trained to close. So I might have to close multiple times a week, which is really going to throw a wrench into my entire operation here. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. If it does, I'm simply going to have to shift my schedule around and probably just stream later than usual or earlier. It's really gonna have to be a thing I experiment with. Like, you'd think after so long of fucking doing all of this shit that we would I would have an idea on what to do, but I simply don't. Let's go. We need to go to Idleshire. As per usual. Sorry about missing this game the last couple weeks. It's been incredibly busy at work. Between people getting fired and people quitting, it's just been an absolute fucking nightmare. Of extra hours and taking extra shifts and putting in long hours. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the extra money. Like, I have actual money to play with because I'm taking on all this extra hours and shit. And who knows, maybe a promotion will be in order at some point. Maybe more money in the drain so I can, you know, buy some lights, upgrade the camera, all of that shit. We'll find out. I don't really know. It's really not up to me, and I really have no idea if those things are going to happen or not. But, you know, whatever does, we'll live with it. Alright, I don't think there's much left in the Alexander series. I think we've just got the last area. Like maybe 4 more? 5 more? Backrix is certain that Uplanders left for Metal Giant only moments before returning. He watches Uplanders disappear over horizon with 2 own eyes. But it is impossible to return so soon if Uplander's tale is true. Why Treasure Hunter also makes such claims, Backrix does not know. Go Uplander, trade tongue flaps with Maida, and think of an explanation. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about, Maida. You got any fucking clue what this guy's on about? Have you been able to make any sense of Backrix's account? According to his version of events, we would scarcely have had time to reach the core, much less shut it down. But we were all there, and we all know what happened. Are you sure he's not just confused? Maybe he got lost in all that data of his and forgot about the time. I'm afraid not. That is, unless the goblin standing watch near Alexander was also confused. His reports corroborate Backrix's. No, something else is going on here, I'm certain of it. The question is what? If we assume for a moment that the goblin's accounts are true, then hardly any time has passed since we entered the barrier around Alexander. Time stopped? Impossible. Impossible? You mean like Quick Thinks predicting exactly what was going to happen in the core room? I hate to say it, but maybe he wasn't talking out of his arse. If time doesn't work the same in there, maybe he saw the future. There may be another explanation for that. There is a device deep within Alexander capable of performing complex mathematical calculations. It is not outside the realm of possibility that it could be used to predict the outcome of simple events. Using mathematics to predict the future? Now, even if I could believe that, it wouldn't explain this business with Backrix. Biggs is right. Perhaps the presence of the primal somehow disrupted the flow of time within the barrier. It's only a theory, of course, and a far-fetched one at that, but it might go some way towards explaining recent events. To be clear, you are implying that the Illuminati are aware of this temporal disruption and have been using it to somehow gaze into the future? Very well. If you're willing to accept that, why not go further? Might it not be the case that they have found a way to bend time to their will? By moving back and forth in time, the Illuminati could effectively manipulate the present however they saw fit. They would ever remain one step ahead of us, our every effort doomed to fail from the first. Now that's a sobering theory, but it's still only a theory, right? There's no point panicking just yet. Wedge, give the Chief a call on your link pearl, why don't you? If anyone knows how to untangle this knot, it's him. Chief, it's me. It's about Alexander. We noticed something strange about the time inside the primal. What? No, not our time inside the primal. The time. I mean time itself. Chief, it might be best if you just came here. I will await your arrival. Is that a heated debate, I hear? Boys, you started without me. Now, what was it that you were saying over the link pearl? Something about running out of time? Sid insisted that I accompanied him, though I would have come even had he not. Matters have taken a turn for the worse, I gather. Yeah, you could say that. You can say that again. The etheric fluctuations are akin to those I observed shortly before the primal's awakening. In the absence of a functioning core, its form is dissipating, albeit slowly. Ishtola, would you mind lending me your goggles for a moment? Can't hurt to have a second opinion. What in the seven hells? The aether pouring from the primal is flowing backwards, as if time were passing in reverse. That cannot be. Such a phenomenon is wholly without precedent. Knowing so little of this primal's capabilities, however, it would be remiss to discount the possibility outright. If it is as we fear, then at this very moment Alexander could be undoing our efforts to shut down its cores. All of our labors will have been for naught. Ah, the treasure hunter of whom we have heard so much. You seem unperturbed by our outlandish speculations. Was this perchance the subject of Wedge's communication? Gods help us. If there's any truth to this, it won't matter how many cores we disable. The Illuminati will simply undo any damage we cause. Then what do we do, Chief? How do we even begin to fight something like that? To erase the past. To return to a clean slate. Could Dayan have known? You want to clue us into what you're thinking here, Maida? Would be nice. Rock. Preparations for restoration of Enigma Codex are complete. Calculations now show margin of error for future readings is 0.03%. Foolish, Gabi. When the future is decided, there is no error. There is no failure. Listen well, chosen of the Illuminati. At last, all pieces are in place. No longer must wise suffer foolishness of unwise. Time is come to backstrike. Inferiors will make way for perfect world. Or die. Now, restore Enigma Codex. Well, this isn't going well. Not at all. Now is Alexander Illuminati's to control. Soon will cores disabled by Uplanders be disabled no longer. Reverse time. Once power flows to the third core, Alexander will be fully operational, and with third core will its true potential awaken. Wings of time will unfurl, and all of history will be at mercy of Illuminati. Chosen ones will amend mistakes of past and reshape world into perfection. At last, prophecies of Enigma Codex will be fulfilled. and Quick thinks all thoughts will rule as king of the new world, of correct world. Chosen ones, menders of history, be proud to serve as builders of this paradise. That's not great. That's very bad, in fact. Y'shtola and the chief have returned to Matoya's cave. Don't worry, between them, they'll sure to find an answer to our problems. If it isn't waiting on a shelf in the Charlayan annals, it might be in some forgotten corner of the chief's brain. You mark my words. And the next time we meet Quick Thinks, we'll be ready for him. Adventurer, there is something I would like to discuss with you. But mayhap it would be best to wait until we're safely back at the shortstop. I'll see you there. Yeah, why not? I suppose I should start by apologizing. For everything, were it not for me, the Illuminati would never have summoned that infernal machine, or gained the means to control it. And now Quick Thinks possesses the power to manipulate time, to foresee the future and erase the past. I dare not think how he will use it. Returning the cores to their former state was but a foretaste. When all three are active, and Alexander can traverse both time and space, nothing will stand between the Illuminati and their twisted utopia. We cannot let it come to that. Somehow we must find a way to stop them. But first, we must rescue Roundrocks. Of all the innocent victims in this sorry tale, her plight pains me the most. The shortstop just isn't the same without her. I hope someone will keep the treasure safe until she returns. Adventurer, you've come at an opportune moment. It seems we have a visitor. I was pacing about thinking of Roundrocks when something in the shadows drew my eye. I caught only a brief glimpse, but it bore an uncanny resemblance to Quick Think's constant companion. Shanoa, was it? If the Cural's here, there's a good chance her Illuminati keepers are close by. We'd best track her down, and quickly. Follow me. Oh, hello, Shanoa, you cute little thing. So adorable. Just as I thought, it is Shanoa. Or is it? One Cural kitten looks much the same as another, and she doesn't seem to have brought any of her friends. Over there. Uplanders, what are all these snap crashings and... An Illuminati spy, sent by Quick Thinks to observe our movements, just like as not. Given the sizable disadvantage at which we find ourselves, we thought it best to relieve him of duty. He spent his final moments blabbing about all the Illuminati's deranged schemes. Claimed that once the final core was activated and Alexander fully operational, the fortress would gain the power to travel through time, taking them along with it. He seemed quite convinced that Quick Thinks was a prophet of sorts. A traveler from the future coming to the present to return history to its proper state. Aye, and that's not the half of it. According to him, the battle for history has already been won, and not by us. For the future is written in the Enigma Codex, and we but play our roles in it. Quick Thinks? A traveler from the future? That would certainly explain how he was able to anticipate our every move. But could it be that he has already conquered the world of tomorrow? Have all our efforts been in vain? No, definitely not. Bah! Tongue flaps of crazed Illuminati make brain case hurt. Backricks would speak of different subject. What brings Uplanders back to shortstop? Having settled upon a plan of action, Sid and I were in the process of making our final preparations with Master Matoya when this kitten scampered in, mewing as if to beckon us. We duly followed her, and she led us here, much to the dismay of the fellow at our feet. I'm not one to look a gift curl in the mouth, but something about all of this doesn't sit right with me. She has been a quick thinks' side, make that on his bloody head every step of the way, and now she decides to betray her keepers? If the cat could speak our tongue, I would have a question or two for her. Mayhap even 3. Gah, I can't believe I'm even considering this. But then it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've heard today. You there, cat, you're a Shanoa. Quick thinks is little familiar, aren't ya? 2 mews for yeah and 1 for nay. Mew, mew! Did she truly... Do you want us to go home? Mew. 7 hells, I think the bloody furball might actually understand us. But that doesn't mean we can trust her. For all we know, she could be here to do her master's dirty work. A moment, Uplanders. Tongue flaps of Round Rocks comes back to Backrix's brain case. 3 years ago, when Round Rocks found Codex Splinterstone, Round Rocks says Black Curl Child is there, onlooking. Backrix thinks nothing of this then, but now... You mean to imply that Shanoa was present when we attempted the summoning? I very much doubt that. If she were a kitten 3 years ago, she would be fully grown curl by now. Unless, that is, she took a shortcut through time. An implausible theory, I grant you, but one we cannot well dismiss in light of recent events. If true, it would raise a still more troubling possibility. That Round Rocks' discovery of the Codex was no mere coincidence, but an event orchestrated by Quick Thinks to further his own ends. Oh, this just gets better and better. Look, whatever's going on here, we're not like to find out by standing and talking. We need to delve deeper into that fortress. And as luck would have it, Wedge claims that his latest invention will allow us to do just that. I've sent him and Biggs on ahead to the Maker's Quarter to perform their final tests. Meet them there when you're ready. I'll join you as soon as my own preparations are complete. To travel back in time and set past wrongs aright. Who could resist such temptation? And how grievous the consequences of surrendering to it. For in allowing the past to consume us and making our every choice, our every action the correct one, would we not cease to live in the present and to in turn lose sight of the future? 'Tis a path not to redemption, but to madness. Yeah, but, you know, crazy Illuminati goblin doesn't really think that far ahead. Or maybe he does, but he is thinking far ahead, but I don't think that far ahead. Ah, all fired up and ready to go, are we? Then I'd best hurry up and brief you on the task at hand. In a nutshell, we'll be attacking the Primal on 2 fronts. As we speak, Y'shtola is leading an attempt to cut off the Primal source of ether. Our job, meanwhile, will be to head into the belly of the beast and rescue young Round Rocks. Without her to view the Enigma Codex for him, the Illuminati won't be able to turn back time anymore, giving us a fighting chance of beating the bastards. The chief reckons that the shortest path through the giant's great fat noggin Only problem being that it's inside the barrier. Not to worry, though. Wedge's latest wonder will take care of that. He's dubbed it the BBG-2, which he tells me is short for Barrier Begone. Of course, the barrier doesn't just serve to keep folks out, it also keeps the primal in. That being why Maida and her mates raised the bleeding thing in the first place. So the moment it goes down, there will be nothing to stop the Colossus from running rampant, if it has a mind to. Which means we're gonna need to move fast. The Chief will take the Excelsior and close it as close as he can to Alexander's head, where you'll jump off and secure us away inside. Wasting no time, you'll then climb back aboard and Wedge will re-engage the barrier. All before our middle friend even knows what's happening. Got it? Good. Because we've got our work cut out for us. Let's get going. Eyes of the Creator. 7 minutes, not too long. Might as well go, back and hopefully finish this quest up. Any day now. I trust you have not been shirking your studies. Mistress Shatoto expects much of us, and I would not disappoint her. For my own part, I have called out to her intently time and again within my mind, in hopes of conveying all the knowledge that might avail in starving off this impending disaster. Though she does not respond, I have the distinct sensation that she is listening, in some way or another. Doubtless she will return when she sees fit, but in the meanwhile we can ill afford to bide our time. And so I have taken to Zahanella's advice. I can just see the smug grin on his face as I say that, and reached out to our friends. Not moments ago, a post-Moogle came by with a missive from our friend Daza of the 269th Order. As luck would have it, it seems that he has knowledge that might serve us well. To wit, reports of recent sightings of rampaging golems. I would ask you go on ahead to see what he knows. I will call for that holier-than-thou hearer and join you shortly. Not that I am enamored of his company, far from it, but his insights have proven to not altogether useless on occasion. Well, we'll see. More golems, huh? I didn't kill enough. Oh, Revenant's Toll. Daza. It has been eons. I have heard that the spirit of the legendary Shatoto comes alive again inside Lai, but could this wondrous tale possibly be true? It is indeed, Daza. She's a capricious type, though, and wakes only when she has a mind to. A fact that I have explained some 700 times to this mutton-headed hearer, who still insists beyond all reason that I should be able to summon her at will. You Do discredit me, Lili. I merely suggested that if there were some means by which we could summon Shitoto at our own convenience, rather than waiting for her to come forth of her own accord, it might serve us in facing the dangers ahead. Summon her? You speak of the illustrious founder of my art as if she were a mere serving girl. You will watch your tongue in the presence of your betters, Sahanella, lest... Yeah. I meant no disrespect. I do not deny the power of your art, nor the good it can do in the right hands. I am simply... Hey, Shitoto, what's up? How's it going? Too stubborn and stupid to fully accept it? Oh well, I suppose none of us are perfect. Myself excluded, of course. 269th Order Mendicant Daza, I presume? Tell me all you have seen or heard about this rampaging golem. Are my eyes to be believed? Is this truly the great Shitoto who stands before my eyes? Yes, it must be. I mean, of course, my lady. Yes, Daza will tell all he knows. I saw a strange golem wandering in the tangle, and that is not all. It was no ordinary golem, no, but rather the same one I saw in a tome handed down by my forebearer, God Dagu. A golem of ancient Mach. One of my own creations. Why, that's simply inconceivable. I designed them to be utterly rampage-proof and left copious instructions to ensure that my loyal apprentices, and their apprentices, and so on and so forth, would see that they stay that way. Mayhap your followers were not so diligent in carrying out your orders after your passing. We all know the chaos and destruction wreaked by Maquis sorcerers during the War of the Magi. I suspect that poring over age-old documents on the upkeep of golems was the least of their concerns. Forgive me my doubts, Lady Shitoto, but you seem quite partial to your creations and your countrymen. If we were to find ourselves locked in combat with the golem of Mach, do I have your assurance you would not hesitate to strike down our foe? You do not trust me. Trust us. This I know. I'm not deaf to Lili's ceaseless grumblings. So be it. You cannot help but being a simpleton, no more than I can help being the greatest intellect of any era. That old Chukuruka told me what became of Maki after my passing when he communed with me a century ago. Do you think I deny the senseless destruction caused by my descendants, with the art I myself wrought, no less? Of course not. For I, unlike some of my present companions, am not a bloody fool. But even a fool must understand that a tool is only good or evil as she who would wield it. So answer me this. What could I possibly stand to gain by standing idly by as my own creations wreak havoc on a realm I once called home? I will grant that there is some sense in what you say. In any event, we thank you for your assistance, Daza. Rest assured that we will see to the rogue golems before any harm befall you or yours. To the tangle. Does that overdweller never lighten up? Must be so tiring living every day carrying around a brain of some solid stone. You can say that again, my synonym-abusing friend. You know the man better than I, and for that I pity you. Is there nothing we can do to buy ourselves a moment's respite from his inane quibbling? Whatever do you suppose is bothering his puny mind? Mayhap he worries for Lili? I don't know. Yes, I have observed this as well. Smaller minds are quick to burden themselves with hand-wringing concern for the well-being of others, as if it were not evident that the girl is more than capable of taking care of herself. In either event, if he insists on tagging along with us, I suppose it would not hurt to win him over. If only so he does not foul things up at the worst possible time. Anyhow, I do believe we have some golems to smite into oblivion. The tangle, was it? I'll see you there, and do not try to get lost on the way. Perfect timing for this queue. just after I finish that cutscene. Alright, time to deactivate the barrier. Smoke is too thick. Can't see a damn thing. You'll have to press on alone. Okay. It's easy so far. What the fuck are you? I don't really know what's happening. I understand what was happening. Ouch. I don't know what happened, but they almost killed all of us. Oh, tank left stance off. Okay. I don't know if I should wait for res or just go back. Oh, there's the res. I'm getting targeted with something. Phew. That was a little dicey. I think we were only left with 2 healers and 1 tank at one point. Oh, still mission accomplished. I always leave before I can commend people. Fine work, old friend. Thanks to you, we have our way in. Stay where you are. We're coming. But first, now that you're clear, we had best get that barrier back up before the big fellow gets restless. Reg, ready the BBG-2 and activate the barrier on my mark. Mark. Excellent timing, Y'shtola. She's done it. We have a path clear into the heart of the beast. Good. It is a relief to hear that at least one side of the operation proceeded according to plan. The same may not be said of the other. Our efforts to cut off the primal source of ether proved wholly ineffective. Quite why, I cannot say, though I am hopeful that one among us can. What, Maid? On the basis that she summoned the damn thing, you mean? I think you'd better explain. Like all primals, Alexander constantly draws ether from its surroundings to sustain itself and to gain in strength. Master Matoya and I believe that we could disrupt, or at least, very least, inhibit this process by means of arcanema. By creating vast impassable etheric membrane between the primal and the land from which it drinks, which is why the old witch had me place those infernal devices of hers in every nook and cranny of this place. Are you telling me they don't work? Yes and no. As far as we can tell, the arcanema are functioning precisely as intended, and yet, for reasons we have been unable to ascertain, they have had no measurable effects on the primal. Alright, out with it, Mide. If there's anything you haven't told us, we need to hear it now. We're running out of options. I fear it will not avail us, but very well. It all began with a curious encounter in my younger days. I was out playing on my own one day when a stranger appeared before me. He told me anything my heart wished could be mine if I but heeded his words. In my youth, I did not fully comprehend what the man was proposing at the time. Nevertheless, his words seemed to burn themselves into my very soul. Reunite the scattered shards of the Enigma Codex, he said, and perform the sacred rite before the ruins that yet stand strong against the river's flow. Then and only then shall your hopes and dreams become reality. With that, he handed me a relic, a horn with a tip of metal which seemed so foreign as to hail from another world. It would serve as a catalyst for the summoning, he explained. A gift from your friend Tevanchit. And then he was gone. Tevanchit? I know that man. Our paths crossed him during my time in Limsa, in the days before the calamity. I might have guessed that the Asians had a hand in this. The horn you speak was once rumored to reside on Seal Rock. It is a lost relic of the ancients with the power to manipulate etheric energy in the very air around us. The Scions have long pursued the horn, fearing the devastation that might ensue were an artifact of such power to fall into the wrong hands. Finally, I do begin to see. If I have the right of it, Alexander's Third Corps is using the horn to draw ether from far and wide. 'Tis little wonder our plan failed. Even without moving an ilm, the Primal possesses the means to drain not just this land of ether, but our very star. And our course is clear. If the old witch's magics won't avail us, we shall just have to get inside and dismantle the core the old-fashioned way. Indeed, and yet we must be weary. We have seen the course of time reversed once before, we may well see it again. Even should we succeed in destroying our target, there is naught to prevent the Illuminati from simply returning the stricken core to its previous state. Aye. They are free to turn back the clock again and again, the Primal growing stronger all the while. So what do we do then? We can't just give up! No, we press on. Lest we forget, controlling Alexander requires the Codex, and that Codex is but a useless piece of stone without the mind of the Gabi girl. If we can rescue Round Rocks, Quick thinks we'll have no way to flip the hourglass. The Circle of Knowing once tasked me with recovering the horn, and 'twas through mine own negligence that Tevanchit acquired it. That it now endangers our world is my responsibility. Even were I not a scion, I should do all in my power to make amends. Whatever assistance I can offer, it is yours. Then it begins. I'll send word to our friends in Idleshire. Biggs, Wedge, ready the Excelsior. Prepare for departure. Let Operation Rescue Round Rocks commence. Why is there Shinoa up there and a Shinoa down there? Like, there's two cats. Were there not? No, there's definitely two cats. What the fuck? Seven hells. Wasn't it enough that those Illuminati lunatics had been a bleeding time machine, was it? No, it had to be a time machine with the power to destroy the whole bleeding world. I mean, I'm used to the future of Eorzea being at stake, but this is the future, past, and present. We're all rolled into one. We have to get Round Rocks out of there before these gobbies can put any more of their crazy schemes in motions. Also, the cat is Schrodinger. The cat's name is Schrodinger. So we're Schrodinger's cat, huh? Speaking of gobbies, have you talked to old Backrix lately? Turns out the kitten you met wasn't Shinoa after all, just a doppelganger. He's already taken the little furball back to the shortstop and given it a name. Schrodinger, or however you pronounce it. Anyway, I'd best be heading back to that way myself. We'll see you there. Mew? Ready to head back into the belly of the beast? Alright, let's get this rescue mission off the ground. First, some good news. While the barrier was down, we managed to get our first good look inside Alexander's innards. Far as we can tell, Roundrox is being held captive in what seems to be the central control chamber of the whole Colossus, called, helpfully, Central Control. As to how we reach it, do you remember when you infiltrated Midas? There was that cavernous room with the dirty, great bit city in it? Aye, well, we've spotted one of those floating platforms, which goes back and forth between there and the place we need to go. The quickest route to the city is straight through the giant's head. You'll go in through the hatch you opened last time, take care of any guards, and secure the platform I mentioned. Meanwhile, the chief and the others will be making their way to you via Midas after setting out in advance to sweep the place for any nasty surprises. Once you've all rendezvoused, it'll be time to storm the control room while me and Wedge stage a little diversion. Got all that? Good. And let's crack some Illuminati skulls. Breath of the Creator. And while we do that... I've got a golem to kill. These lands were far more dry and agreeable than my day, but I suppose much can change in 2 millennia, especially without me around to keep things in order. But this is no time to get caught up in nostalgia. We have golems to smash and search for. Not necessarily in that order, I suppose. Yes, I can sense particularly strong etheric energies coming from that direction. I will accompany Shitoto to ensure that she remains focused on the task at hand. Might you survey the area south of here? These environs afford our foe no end of hiding spots, and I am ill-inclined to walk into an ambush. Here we are. And good. You don't look too good, Shitoto. Kind of expected a little bit more from you. If only this body were my own, I would have razed that oversized block of stone to the ground. I suppose I should thank you for coming to my aid. Had I lost consciousness in the midst of battle, I would certainly would have been done for, and poor Lili with me. No, Lady Shitoto, it is I who owe you a debt of gratitude. Had you not drawn the creature's initial strike, I would have surely met an inglorious end. But that is not the least of my failings. It is my fault and mine alone that we were caught unawares. Though it shames me to say so, my eyes were on you when they should have been watching out for our enemy. Who is this sorceress who wields such frightful power? Does she truly mean to save our realm, or will she destroy it? These thoughts continued to haunt me. But no more. Seeing you risk your life for me, a humble hero you have only just met. I say this with no reservations. You are a paragon of virtue, and a model to all mages, white or black. Why, I do believe that those are the most intelligent words I've heard you utter yet. Keep talking like that, and I might yet to learn to tolerate your presence. But if you think that means I'm going to give you your precious Lili back, you'd best think again. We still have a falling star to fend off, do we not? My precious Lili? I've not the slightest idea what you might be implying. You wouldn't, would you? It was not your grand dream to see the white and black, the arts of healing and destruction, united for the common good. So says Lili, at the very least. Is the girl not an invaluable piece to the future you would realize? This is all well and true, but invaluable and precious have different connotations. But may happen not in your time, but meanings of words evolve over time, you see, and... What I'm saying is, of course Lili is a friend and ally, but not the same could be said of her here, and which is not to say I do not want to see her again, of course, only that... Oh, never mind. At any rate, I do believe we've done all we can here. Lady Shitoto, please forgive me for having doubted you. Henceforth, I promise that I will aid you in whatever way I can. And with that, I do believe I must be off. Somewhere. One last thing, if I may, Lady Shitoto. While you are awake and speaking with us, what becomes of Lili's consciousness? Is it to say that she's still in there listening? What a curious question! She's slumbering in the recesses of her mind, much as I am when she is awake. But to answer your question, no, she is not listening. Though we do have some rather stimulating conversations from time to time. If you like, I can share the details. No, never mind. I really must be getting off to... Right, that place I was going. What a fucking weirdo. Okay. Are all men in this era so odd? At any rate, I feel my consciousness beginning to wane. Lili will be waking from some lumber ere long, and I would return to Ul'dah before she does. I suggest you do the same. Your friend has much she wishes to discuss with you. That's not how I expected this quest line to turn out. Our fucking white mage hearer is a fucking tsundere, I guess. Okay, maybe that's not the right word for it, but whatever. You get what I'm trying to say, I think. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Greetings. How goes your evening? Welcome back. As you might have surmised, it is I, Lili. Mistress Shitoto has returned to her repose not moments ago. Before drifting off to slumber, she imparted to me some details regarding what she sees as the next phase of our task. To which she would have us venture further afield to investigate any golem menaces that might be stirring out of eyeshot. Oh, fuck. Through Stormblood, huh? How's it going? I'm quite curious about Stormblood myself. We're not too far off of it. Speaking of menaces, whatever has become of that stone-headed hearer? I suppose it is too much to hope that Mr. Satoto finally set his robes alight. Oh, you know, that makes sense. I will assume I misheard you. On the off chance I did not, pray inform the man that he had best not act upon these feelings in my present, lest I feel like a scorching his precious flowing locks from his scalp. Anyhow, I trust you will keep me informed if our hero friend exhibits any more impertinent behavior. I will think of suitable retribution. I dare say putting him to sleep and hiding his glasses would send a clear message. And be rather amusing, no less. In any event, I should return to my research, as should you. Shitoto will doubtless call upon us before long, and our powers must be primed for the occasion. Yeah, we almost wiped to the last one. Barely made it out. We were down to both healers and one tank. Managed to res through it, though, which was quite surprising. The moment you entered the room, I could feel the air crackling with etheric energy. Excellent. Your diligence in your training will surely serve us well. And you come at a perfect time. No moments before you arrived, Shitoto's voice called out to me from the recesses of my consciousness. She would have us begin to lay the groundwork for my final stage of her plan. Okay, yeah. Later. Oh, I missed that line of dialogue. Well, I'm sure I'll find out, because we're not too far off. This is number 2 of Creator? Out of, I assume, 4? 4 per, I think? God, the fact that I'm still stuck with Fire 2 for AoEs. One day I'll unlock the enhanced version of it. True, true. Granted, it wasn't necessarily my intention to be massively overleveled either. Just so happened to turn out that way. okay. Oh, I see. I totally missed that. Ow, 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 ow. Oh god, stun, paralyzed, and vulnerability stack. Yep, I'm safe. I keep looking away, trying to make sure I'm fine, but I'm fine. That wasn't too bad. Looked a lot scarier than it actually was. Bye! I don't know. I don't even know what it's used for. I'm just, like, picking it up because it's there. I don't even know why I would use it. Or what it's used for. I assume it's used for something. Excellent work, old friend. That platform is a shortcut to the heart of the machine. All seems quiet on our front, so... Seven hells, we've got company. Yeah, so much for quiet on that front, huh? Oh, hey, we made it to the control center. Oh, yeah, no, that's not great. I mean, getting the base raid gear is nice, but if it's not dyeable, that makes it worse. Ah, there you are. We were met by a small welcoming party, but it was nothing we couldn't handle. Biggs and Wedge just contacted me as well. They're headed here as we speak. Round rocks. Also true. So this is the Enigma Codex. And that must be the third and final core. 12 have mercy. If you could see the volume of ether issuing from it. Yes, much swirly bright. Time wings can spread. Travel to overtimes. Make bad things good again. Could it be? Do we truly have the power to change the past? I could erase my mistakes. I could see him again. 3 years ago, Maida lost dear one. Maida wants dear one back, yes? Round Rocks helps Maida. Round Rocks, no, you must save your strength. Maida worries too much. Round Rocks is strong, Gali. Uplanders hold on to brain cases. Time wings spread. Seven hells, is the girl gone mad? Stop this, Round Rocks. Stop, I say. Holy shit. Are we gonna fucking travel through time? Biggs? Where are we? And why is everything spinning? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, probably. Biggs, Wedge, can you hear me? Round Rocks has engaged Alexander's time distortion mechanism. We're hurtling into the past. Where? What? Oh god, are we going to self-fulfill are we gonna do are our actions going to inadvertently bring it here? Oh my god, we're gonna, holy shit, yes we are. Pigs, over here! You're not gonna believe this! Huh? What is Smide doing down there with those... Hold on, they're performing the summoning ritual. Bugger me, we really are in the past! What in the seven hells? Someone's taken control of the Colossus. Hold tight. I think it's about to go berserk. Damn it all. This isn't right. We must abort the summoning. Quickly, Maya. The seal. Backrix is just like, yeah, mm-hmm. So what is metal-making kitten doing? Oh my god, we are literally doing a self-fulfilling time travel thing. Because the book that we have now has to be back in the past for us to have it at this moment. God damn it, okay. Yep, 4 fucking round rocks to see the cat. That was there, except it's not the same cat. That's Schrodinger. To pick up the fragment and probably the book. Twould seem we are back in our own time. Past is made right, and we return to now times. Treasure hunters' friends die, as is writ, as it must be. Uplanders serve quick thinks well today. Uplanders are not grasping meaning. Quick thinks breaks into petty pieces, fit in Uplanders' tiny brain cases. Time is flat, round shape. All things Uplanders and Gobbies did, are doing, and will do. Doings happen over and over and over again for all times. So when Maid and her friends actually attempted to summon Alexander 3 years ago, what they actually saw was us traveling back in time? But that's madness. Time is an endless cycle? My failure, my pain, my suffering? It was all doomed to unfold like this from the very beginning? Let us away, quickly. Maid must hurry. No, nothing remains for me out there. My future, my past, my reason for being, it all ended before it ever began. Damn, that's depressing. Maybe you should it's not that bad. I mean, okay, it might be that bad. Chief, Y'shtola and Round Rocks. Gods, I've never been so bloody glad to see you. I thought we'd never make it back in one... Wait, where's Maida? Also, hold on a second. So if... Then there's no way the goblins succeed in going back to the past, because clearly... Or changing anything of the past, because clearly if time is, set in an eternal circle that goes over and over and over again, and you can't then... What is their intention, exactly? Maida, stay behind and giant of whirly cogs. All because of Round Rocks. Roundrocks must go back to Giant of Whirlycog. Save Mida. You leave that to us, child. Wedge, get Jessie on that link pearl and tell her to bring the Excelsior around. Though I don't care much for the answer, we finally know the truth behind the events of that day 3 years past. The Illuminati masterminded the massacre, and through some ungodly trick of time, 'twas us that brought them there to do the deed. And what about Mida? The only thing keeping her going was that hope that her beau's soul lived on in the machine. But seeing what happened to the poor bastard. Aye, we witnessed the truth with our own eyes. Sucked into the core of the Colossus to sate the primal's appetite. If aught remains of him, it is no more than heat and light. Damn. Quickthink says the future's already been writ, huh? That we're fighting a losing battle? Well, we've got a thing or two to say about that, don't we? Roundrocks is safe with us, which means the Illuminati won't be turning back time on us anymore. And that's not all. Thanks to your efforts, we got ourselves a straight path to the third and final core. Aye, at the very heart of the Colossus. Put it out of action and that whole thing will grind to a halt. Let's go. This time, we'll show the Illuminati that the future's yet to be decided, and save Mida while we're at it. The heart. And as always, while we do that, I guess I didn't actually finish this conversation. As she made it quite clear that we will require all the aid we can muster, I have taken the liberty of reaching out to our beastmen friends. They have convened at Kazakh Cha's residence at Burgundy Falls, where they await our arrival. Let us not keep them waiting. Cap Drybone. The queues for the Alliance raid will probably be longer if I had to guess. So there's probably not a huge point in doing these in between these smaller queues, but yeah, it's fine. My friends, thank you for coming together on such short notice. Mistress Shitoto would have you know that she is most grateful for your cooperation. In fact, I do believe she would rather speak to you, directly. Well, It would seem the gang's all here. I dare say it's time we got this proverbial show on the road. Hearer, tell me you've made yourself useful since I saw your vapid face. Aye, Lady Shatoto, according to my colleagues in the Eorzean Alliance, patrols have been sighted an increasing number of rampant golems afield. Unfortunately, none have posed a significant threat, at least not as of yet. Which brings us to the matter of the comet. A colleague of mine at the observatorium has confirmed that it draws nearer with each passing hour, though there are no immediate danger of a collision if it stays on its present course. It is too close for comfort, yes. Fortunately, as in my want, I have a plan. I simply hope that you, my friends, are up to the task. If the hearer speaks true, the golems that have been causing trouble near the city-states have been more bark than bite, felled with no greater difficulty by meddling soldiers. From this, I surmise the gems set within them, their soul stones, have been small and of meager power at best. And yet, if my theory holds, a more sinister threat lurks in the realm's far reaches, far from the prodding eyes of the Eorzean and beastmen alike. This is where we must go. Perplexed, Dozal is, profoundly, deeply perplexed. By people, to do the work of people, are golems created. To travel so far from the Master's domain, these constructs have no reason. True, is this not? Well, I'll be. A passably astute observation, but I fear your knowledge is lacking, my squawking friend. Golems come in all shapes and forms, and not all are wrought by the hand of a mortal creator. Often a gem of sufficient etheric power will attract all manner of matter, plant, mineral, and animal alike, spontaneously animating it and giving rise to new life. With naught to guide them, these feral golems rove and wander at will. It is these unpredictable specimens that pose the greatest danger. The larger the gem that serves as a soul stone, the greater the power, and the greater the threat when the comet draws nigh. It would appear our task is clear. Let us split up and hunt for these abominations. I shall join our beastmen friends and make for the west. I will leave you the eastern reaches to the two of you. I trust you'll be able to fend for yourselves. There is one matter in particular I would ask you to investigate. My friends at the Alliance conveyed to me a most curious report, which Lady Shatoto's words just now put in a rather different light. Over in Girabania, in the hamlet of Alagrana, villagers have claimed sightings of, in their words, trees that walk like men. These have gone entirely uninvestigated, written off as the delusions and fantasies of superstitious common folk. But if Lady Shatoto speaks true, which I do, they are golems beyond the slimmest shadow of a doubt. Worry not, for she and I will uproot them and reduce every last leaf and strip of bark to smoldering ash. Won't we? I believe the particulars regarding the manners of destruction to the experts. I have, however, procured a link pearl that we might better coordinate our efforts. Pray take it with you. Something tells me, since they're talking about Girabania, this is an area I have not unlocked yet, and therefore cannot complete this quest. Which means my hands are tied, just waiting for cues from this point, other than just doing random fates to build up my light in my relic weapon here. And with that, I do believe that we are as prepared as we could hope to be. Let us be off, my friends, and remember, should aught go amiss, I am but a link pearl call away. Hildy quests? I don't know exactly what you're referring to. A device to allow that pretentious puddinghead to talk to me even if I'm 100 malms away? Far be it from me to scoff at technological progress, but some inventions really could have been done without. Yeah, I don't really know what you're talking about. I mean, I'm down. Any quest that makes me not have to sit here and wait for cues is good on my end. Yep, that is totally an area I have not unlocked. Definitely can't do that. RIP. Ulda Women, the Rise and Fall of Gentlemen. Alright. I haven't picked that up, right? I don't think I have, but I'll double check. Nope. Ill-conceived venture, so it's not on this map. I don't see it on that map, so maybe it's... It's possible. Catch your breath. Help me, Lord of Dance. First Aura. I mean, actually, I can look at I can look at my quest list, my completed quests. Got the pieces. Yeah, I'm not actively seeing it right now. So let me see. Journal complete. Side quests. Hildebrand. Apparently I haven't completed any. Which means I just need to find this guy. I'm not seeing him on this map. Maybe it just didn't show up on the other maps because I actively wasn't in them. Open Arms, Vox Populi, Decisions, Pickaxe, no? It's near the main Aetherite, alright. Oh, there it is. Yes, I have picked up this quest. That's why I couldn't find it. I picked it up at some point. I just missed it the 3 times I scrolled through my quest list. I am, the way you're making this sound is not exactly filling me with confidence. But, alright. Let's mark the quest. I mean, they're blue quests, so I mean, they unlock something, I guess. Ah, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me? Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector. What the fuck? They unlock a side quest chain that might as long be... Holy fuck. That's insane, but I'm game. That sounds fucking great. I love long side quest chains. Like, especially quest chains that go on for this long. People must have... It is insane. You know, I like a little bit of insanity in my RPGs. Take the open duct or you will perish. Okay. Is that an airship? It's a fucking mecha. Fucking transformer. Hello, I am late. Ooh, that was close. Never mind. Apparently a little too close. Yeah, I figured, you know, going through things for the first time is never gonna go, like... Active time and what? we're fine. We're good. Oh, fuck. What are these? Kill them, I assume. Usually if enemies pop up on the map, you want to kill them. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Fuck. I played dance, I danced around with the party member a little too long. Fucking oof. Alright, thank God for Mana Word. Holy shit. Fucking hell. That was fucking a difficulty spike and a half. Granted, we made it through, and that's the important part. Pick up the trash. Don't want to litter. Okay. I see. Outstanding. Another Illuminati creation reduced to scrap metal. I'll wager the mere sight of you is enough to send the gobbies scurrying back to the drawing board. There it is. The heart of the beast. Only now that I see it up close do I comprehend the true scale of the thing. To have reached this size in so short a space of time, the core must be taken in aether at a positively ungodly rate. I'd be willing to wager that it can regrow itself faster than we could ever hope to chip it away at it. Which means we'll need to change track. The central control room houses everything required to operate the Colossus. It's not inconceivable that it might offer us a way to regulate or even shut off the flow of ether to the core. Of course, any attempt to control Alexander is doomed to fail without the guidance of the Enigma Codex, and there is only one person alive who can access its secrets. But Chief, do we really need to drag the poor girl back there? What if she falls into Illuminati hands again? Uplanders waste their tongue flaps. Quickthinks has seen future, true future, and it ends badly for Uplanders. Very, very badly. Uplanders think they just lazy walk into central control. Quickthinks thinks not. All passages are sealed. All floaty boards disabled. Only way left is open is here, through core chamber. And when Uplanders come next, it will be Uplanders' end times. Quickthinks has seen it. Bad Shanoa. Fucking cat did it again. Oh, Wedge, is it just me, or are you getting the feeling we've seen all this happen before? No. It is Watcher Book of Backrix. And look, writings end where Backrix leaves off, when Shanoa sends Watcher Book spinny falling from Backrix's fingers. What the? You mean to say the book Quickthinks has been reading from all this time is your journal? The same journal that slipped from your hands when we traveled back in time? So that's how he was able to anticipate our every move. He's no prophet, just a gobby with delusions of grandeur and a diary from the future. So the glorious bleeding future he was always going on about, the one that was writ, was nothing but Backrix's record on the stuff we've already seen? Bugger me, I just had a thought. Oi, cat, are you Schrodinger from the shortstop? Or are you Quickthinks' familiar Shanoa? Twice for yeah, was it, Chief? Oh my god. I bleeding knew it! She's both! After Schrodinger went tumbling down from the Colossus, and don't ask me how she survived the drop, Quickthinks found her, took her in, and gave her a new name. It's likely they're two cats. It's like they're two cats, but also one. At the same time. God damn it. Settling aside for the moment the question of whether or not that even makes sense, what possessed that confounded cat, whatever you want to call her, to do all this in the first place? I swear she's done all she's done is made a right old mess of everything. Now, Wedge, taken out on frustrations on a mewling kitten won't get us any closer to dismantling the core. Getting back to the crux of the matter. Backrix, you said the journal ends right where you left off, yes? That it's nothing but blank pages from that point on. Do you hear that, everyone? Though Quickthinks would have us believe otherwise, the future from here onward, that is still to be written. And I'll be damned if we won't be the ones to write it. Fuck yeah, let's go. What the hell's up with this damn cat, though? Future book is gone. But no matter. All knowings of true times are safe up here in Quickthinks' brain case. Quickthinks' chosen one, mender of history. Truth is unchanging. True times choose Quickthinks to do their bidding. True times send Shanoa into past to deliver to Quickthinks knowings of the future. True times live inside, guiding all of Quickthinks' doings. Every tongue flap, every busy deal, every brain spark of Quickthinks brings world closer and closer to perfection, guides Illuminati to rightful place as rulers of New World Order. True times will not be unmade by ignorant uplanders. Quickthinks needs no future book, no gobby girl. Quickthinks needs nothing, and no one but own self. Future has chosen. And future chooses Quickthinks. Yes, even now, power granted by true times wells from Quickthinks' fingertips. Power beyond understanding of Uplander's feeble brain cases. Alexander, Overwatcher of True Times, deliver divine judgment on ignorant Uplanders and crush them out of existence for all times. Okay. Let me see if I've got this right. 3 years ago, the Quickthinks of back then found the journal the Backricks now dropped, which was only possible because we traveled into the past with time being a circle and all that. So we had a look inside, and not knowing the truth of the matter, got it into his head that he was some sort of prophet chosen to set history straight, and that Shanoa, who miraculously delivered the book to him, was a messenger from the future sent to show him the way. That's all well and good, but the question remains, why did that bloody cat start all this in the first place? What could she possibly stand to gain from setting in motion this ridiculously convoluted series of events? Another answer found, another question's asked, huh? Alright, this is it. We still don't know exactly how we're going to disable the core, but we do know that our only chance is to get back into that central control room. We also know that there's only one way in, and that Quickthinks isn't going to let us through without a fight. Now, we can be pretty sure he can't see the future, not anymore at least, and without Rondrox to read the Codex from him, he won't be turning back time on us either. But he's still a power-mad maniac with some of the deadliest machina in the realm at his disposal. And after losing that book of his, I'd wager his trigger fingers feeling pretty bleeding itchy. We'd best be ready for a battle and a half. Muscle against metal, man against machine. Gods, I don't know whether to laugh, cry, or soil myself. Map all three. Here comes the chief now. It's time to move out. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Time moves on. Imperfect past giving way to perfect future. Worthy or unworthy of place in New World Order, Alexander will judge. Yes, all is as quick thinks foresees. Truth hammer of Alexander falls on Uplanders. Ignorant and unworthy are not welcome in Illuminati future. Here Uplanders meet their end times. What? Freeze time field is deactivated? No matter. Uplanders will be reduced to smolder dust. Fire! Seven hells. Now that was a bit too close for comfort. Is everyone alright? A Colossus inside the Colossus. Look, I don't know where or what that thing was, but I'm pretty damn sure I know where it went. Or more accurately, when. If I'm not mistaken, what we're looking at is a localized distortion of time. The only question is what our metal friend will reappear. Better not to wait, lest it catch us unawares. I need you to head into the distortion and dismantle that thing. We'll secure a path to central control while you do. Good luck. Ah yes, jump into the time distortion. I'm sure everything will go perfect. Soul of the Creator. The hard one, from what you say. Oh god. Alright, time for fun times. I'm quite certain we just witnessed another manipulation of time, but by whom? With Round Rocks gone and the Enigma Codex rendered useless, it can't very well be the Illuminati. Could Alexander have a will of its own? At any rate, we stand ilms from the core, the very heart of the primal. Whatever the true nature of the entity that awaits you in here, you can be sure it'll be like no foe you faced before. Godspeed. Talk about a narrow escape. If I'd been standing so much as a yawn to the left, I'd be a pair of smoking boots by now. Anyway, we had better get on with securing the area so that Y'shtola can bring up the rear with Round Rocks. We don't want to drag the poor child back here, but she's the only one who can access the controls. So that swirling void is some sort of ripple in time? I can't say I like the sound of that. You take care in there. Yeah, except I have things to do in other places while I wait for this. Oh, right. I gotta exit first. I can't travel from in here. Snap clicks. Oh. Well, that's kind of neat. Okay. Alright, back to the fucking... this side quest chain. I'm very curious what's going to happen. Already listened to some of your dialogue. Or read some of your dialogue, more like. Let's see, at least that's what I'm trying to be. And it's not quite easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... It's all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. Fucking Gentleman Hero Hildebrand, huh? I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. What are you doing down there? I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. But now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go down to where those dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them. And you could, you could become their friend and ask them to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. What? What? How the fuck would that work? They're fucking zombies. I'm just supposed to befriend a bunch of zombies? What the fuck is the play here? Really, Inspector Extraordinaire, huh? Okay. Well, I guess I'm getting paid to do this, so... It had like 10 minutes. Oh god. Why me? Just trying to kill some staffer zombies, alright? What the fuck is happening? Nope. I guess we're doing soul first. Alright. I did manage to complete the fate though, so I'm saving some time on that. The soul of the creator. Hey, buddy. It's a really fucking sick looking lance. A little late on that. Holy fuck. Okay, we live. Okay, we're fine. I don't know how I missed that. That didn't hit me. Okay, figured it out. Oh, we fucking... What the fuck? Okay. We fucking saved ourselves. Yeah, let's get out in front of this fucking thing. Ooh, that was close. Yeah. I mean, I only died once, and I was the only one to die, so I'll take it. You do not disappoint, old friend. The path to control room is clear. Everyone follow me. The flow of ether to the core must be stopped. Pray lend us your strength one more time, child. When quick thinks winds back time, doing of Uplanders will be undone, history will be rewritten, and Illuminati will rule over New World Order. Ha! If you think you can take Roundrux from us, you're welcome to try. Foolish Uplanders. Knowings of the Enigma Codex are not known to just one. Can we just blast this guy already? What in the... Damn thing's responded to him. Uplanders are slow-seeing. Quickthinks never needed Gobby Girl from beginning. When the final core is activated and Alexander fully awakens, its power will be such that it could entirely consume any who sought to control it. You are too craven to risk your own life until you had no choice. Treasure Hunter? But Treasure Hunter is too slow coming. Future has chosen. You poor, deluded fool. You never did work it out, did you? Future didn't choose us, we choose the future. Now, child. So, the knowledge of the Enigma Codex allowed you to disable the core. Power stores are depleting rapidly. Without a steady supply of ether, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing grinds to a halt and fades away. Roundrocks is glad to see Treasure Hunter safe, but how is Treasure Hunter sneaky hiding from Illuminati? I don't know. There was a great shaking, and I was thrown from my feet into some dark, cramped place. I must have lost consciousness, because I don't remember anything until a few moments ago. Sounds like to me you had a nice nap in the rubbish chute. But what matters is that you're safe. And with that, I think we can declare this operation a success. Cat. The chief says the advanced calculating device inside the Colossus, Alexander's brain if you will, is still running on auxiliary power. See that device glowing red over there? There are ones just like it installed all over the place. Oop. In that sense, I suppose it's like the entire Colossus is one giant brain. If Alexander put its full mind to something, why, I bet it could conceive of things beyond our mortal comprehension. Poor Maida. The last truly believed that her beloved was alive somewhere inside the steel beast. Can't imagine how she's feeling now. I feel the presence of the horn beneath us. It and the core have become as one, forming an instrument of unbridled destruction. If we do not stop the core now, it will soon grow beyond the ability of anyone to contain. It's a wonder how our foe was loath to reach out to it with his own hand. Quickthinks set a few tricks up his sleeve right till the end, eh? With Roundrocks, we saw the Codex grant its knowledge to a child with a pure innocent belief in its ideals. Seeing Quickthinks do the same, it would seem that crazed obsession is a satiable substitute. Not that it availed him much in the end. Roundrocks is happy that Maida is safe. Roundrocks has so many treasures to show Maida back at Shortstop. I truly remember nothing. It's as if I was floating in a vast, dark emptiness. And yet, I was not afraid. For it was as if a great presence surrounding me in every direction was watching over me, its eyes gentle. Twould seem our work here is done. Let us take our leave. Damn it all, what, didn't we kill that bastard? Negative. Quick thinks better built own body. Made stronger than ordinary Gabi. Quick thinks is not unmade by simple flesh wound. Better built? Seven hells, that's not a mask, it's its face. He's more machina than goblin. We just disabled that. Somebody just shoot him again. Oh, Alexander, Lord of Steel and Whirlycogs, outspread wings of time, let ignorant and unworthy feel divine judgment. The Codex responds. He means to return to the past. Access denied? What means this? This red glow. Alexander is refusing to obey his commands? Junk brain machine. Quick Thinks is chosen one. Tongue flaps of Quick Thinks must be obeyed. Well, the Codex is gone. It would seem Alexander has achieved what a simple flesh wound could not. Quick Thinks is permanent deactivation. Quite how and why is less clear. If I didn't know better, I'd say the machine has a mind of its own. Diane, my love? Could it truly be you? You were in there all this time, weren't you? Watching over me, keeping me safe. Did it just blink twice? Bugger me. The machine's actually talking to her. So his soul really was in the primal all this time. Chief, is that even possible? The core! Without the Codex to bridle its power, its rage is out of control. It drinks in aether like no primal I've ever known. We must stop it now, lest it bleed lest Eorzea bled dry. Finally, I see. This is why you summoned me to this place, isn't it, my love? Thank you for guiding me here. And Round Rocks, know that I shall always treasure the time we share. Farewell, my friends. What are you doing? Mida, no! Mida must not go! My love, what is this place? How best to put it? We stand inside a mathematical simulation, calculated and projected by the device at the heart of the Colossus. One might equally say it is the dream that Alexander dreams. And what of our companions? Are they? Their fate was not mine to change, Mida. All that came to pass did so for a reason. History is as it was, as it should be, free of the paradoxes that spelled its undoing. From this place, unfettered by the mortal construct of time, Alexander looks out upon past, present, and future, seeing infinite possibilities. I see what it sees, and feel what it feels. This perfect machine born from yearnings for an ideal world. Oh, if you could see the worlds we have seen. A world in which the Illuminati rule history with an iron fist, every nation brought under their yoke. A world in which Alexander spread wide the wings of time and swept the lesser moon from the heavens, averting the calamity. Alexander dreamed all the realities imaginable, all the realities mathematically computable, and in the end it reached a single logical conclusion. It would change nothing and erase itself from existence. But why? Alexander possesses the power to travel through time and space and reshape history for the better. But such power comes at great cost. The sheer quantity of ether consumed in the process means that Alexander itself would, mayhap not immediately, but inevitably bring ruin to this world. This perfect machine, the supreme manifestation of logic and science, deemed its own existence a threat. And so it chose to do nothing, to leave history untouched, and the future in the hands of man with all his imperfections. Such was Alexander's divine judgment. A time will come when the fate of this world is placed in the hands of one warrior. For reasons hidden to me, the future from that day forth remains shrouded in mystery, beyond even the Colossus's ability to calculate. And yet Alexander chooses to believe in that person and the light within them. I met them, my love. I believe in them too. There was but a single time Alexander was spurred to action, not to change history, but to preserve it. The summoning of the Colossus and the events that followed had a potentially disastrous consequence for our reality. Its fabric strained to accommodate an infinite number of potential futures separated by nary a thread. There were the wings of time to fall into the hands of the Illuminati, the repercussions would be dire indeed. History would be rewritten over and over again, each time bleeding the land of Ether, and in the end the Colossus would usher in another calamity. To prevent this tragedy, to preserve the circle of time as it already had been set in motion, Alexander sent forth a humble servant to do its biddings. A clockwork hero, an eternal child, to gently nudge history back into its proper path. But now one task remains. Having become one with the Horn, the core is well nigh indestructible. It would only regrow itself until it bled the world dry, and so we must heed Alexander's wish and seal it away, far from the reach of man. A closed pocket of space-time, a fraction of an instant that will repeat in perpetuity for all eternity. That is where the core must go, and us with it. Don't you see, my love? We are already there. In coming here to you, I have closed the circle in time. I am all but certain of it. When I accepted the horn all those years ago, the man who gave it to me said it had the power to grant any wish. And so I took it in my hand. I prayed and prayed with every ounce of my will for the one true desire in my heart. To be with you forever. Roundrocks is back in Idleshire with the chief. Everyone's safe and sound, except for Maida, that is. The poor lass always had a flair for the dramatic, but to think she'd throw herself into the core. It's odd, though. I could have sworn I heard her voice in there, saying the Colossus would trouble us no more, or something of the sort. And for what it's worth, it has been sleeping like a baby ever since we got out. And that's not the half of it. Take a closer look inside the barrier. It's like time is standing still. Buggered if I know what it all means, but I'd like to believe Maida and her love somehow. God, it's a good end, but it's fucking tragic at the same time. God damn. If Maida and her love somehow sealed away the core for us, softens the blow a bit, you know? Phew, I'm not sure how we manage it, but I'm just happy to be out of that godforsaken place on one piece. Of course, it's a damn shame what happened to Maida. Hold on a moment. She's what? Aye, Chief. Leave it to us. Bloody hells. Roundrocks has gone missing. I've been sick about that poor lass ever since we got back. I mean, how would you feel if you saw your best friend throw herself into a running engine? I'll wager she's run off somewhere the two of them used to frequent together. Wedge and I will have a look around here. Why don't you search the collector's quarter? Come on, let's find her before she gets herself into any more trouble. Let's see. Where is it? Hey, Round Rocks. How's it going? Oh, it is Uplander. Why does Uplander come to this place? Round Rocks is sorry for worrying Uplanders. Round Rocks just wants to go to a quiet place and do some back-thinking. Running out of giant whirly cogs, Round Rocks feels something rattling in pocket. So Round Rocks reaches in and cannot believe what she finds. Rattling thing is glowstone, Round Rocks' favorite treasure. But it is dark. Even with many tryings, glowstone does not glow for Round Rocks. Not anymore. There you are, child. We were worried sick about you. What's that? I saw it, miss. The Codex no longer responds to her touch. Intriguing, if not entirely surprising. Were I to guess, I would hazard it's because the experience has served to open her eyes. The Enigma Codex was born from one man's all-consuming pursuit of perfection. Its knowledge sealed off from any who harbored even a sliver of doubt as to the merits of the ideals it espoused. Quick thinks, Maida in her youth. Round Rocks. Though their reasons might differ, arrogance, youthful idealism, childish innocence, none thought to question the words within, and so the Codex opened itself to them. But now Round Rocks is seen with her own eyes what blind devotion to ideals can bring. And she is not the naive child she was before. Aye, it's all well and good to dream of building something perfect, but sooner or later you have to stop dreaming and start doing. Hammering it together by your own hand, with your own blood, sweat, and tears. In so doing, you are forced to confront your own failings and deal with your frustration at the world's unfortunate habit of falling below expectations. Hells, there may come a time when you just want to tear the whole bloody thing apart and start over again. But more often than not, you emerge from it all with something you can hold on to and carry with you into the future. And that will do a damn sight more for you than any starry-eyed ideal. Round Rocks understands. Round Rocks will collect more and more junks. Build great city of great treasures. With own hands. Round Rocks just has one wish. Not glowing glowstone is piece of Maida's dream. Round Rocks would give back to Maida. A noble wish, child. Would that we could grant it. But I fear the steel giant and all that lies within that barrier is far beyond the reach of mortal hands. Frozen in a single moment until the end of time. It's not a fate I'd wish on anyone. Mew. Well, look who it is. You have a real knack for turning up underfoot, don't you? I am reminded of the apparent ease with which this little Curl seems to slip in and out of the Colossus. Were it not for the small matter of time having stopped in there, I'd send her in with Round Rocks' glowstone without a moment's hesitation. Two mews? Might that suggest a willingness to try? given a stone to a cat, in hopes of delivering it to two souls trapped in time. Now I think I've seen everything. Do you think those two will ever be free of that place? Mayhap one day, when the perfect future they sought to bring about becomes a reality. In that sense, one might even say their fate is in our hands. Leave to Round Rocks. Round Rocks works hard, builds sparkly, shining future for Maida. As shall we, child. And with that, we must take our leave. For all you have done to stave off yet another primal threat, you have our gratitude. I contacted Biggs and Wedge to let him know they can call off the search. Needless to say, they were relieved to hear Round Rocks is safe. There was also a matter they were looking to discuss with you. They said they'd be waiting for you back at the shortstop. If you will be returning to the shortstop, I would ask a small favor of you as well. Pray deliver this volume back to Backrix, and tell him I believe it is that which he seeks. Till next we meet. Really gotta find a better position for my camera, because, this current position just does not like to focus. It just does not like to keep me in frame. It keeps turning ever so slightly because of the cable. Now Round Rocks is safe at shortstop, and Backrix is easy breathing. Uplanders have fakes of Backrix. Uplanders being present for Backrix. This is Charlayan legend book from Hishtola. Backrix has waited for legend book for a long time. Backrix has been reading about many, many things. About Enigma Codex and blue-haired Uplander that writes it. Maybe these knowings will save Gabi Flock from Giant of Whirlicog, thinks Backrix. Now Giant of Whirlicog sleeps and Gabi Flock is safe. But still, Backrix would fill Braincase with knowings, fill pages of Watcher book with data. Let Backrix see. Yes, it is just as Backrix. Are Backrix's eyes playing tricks on him? Oh, you feeling alright there? You look like you've seen a ghost. Pages tell fairy legend of Hotgo tribe. Uplanders of blue hair. Many, many years ago in old times, two children, boy and girl, outstep from belly of great steel giant. Two children grow to man and woman, becoming father and mother of great people of Hotgo. Names of two are Dian and Maida. Look at handwriting. Even faces are same looking. Ye gads! That's our Maida and Dian. Why, that means one day they'll be freed from their fate and reborn far, far in the past. So after searching for near an eternity, they finally found the perfect world they were searching for? It may be just a fairy tale, but I, for one, would like to believe it. And fairy legend goes on. Two children step out of steel giant holding small stone. Stone is dark when sitting on ground, but hold stone in hand and shiny lights. Glowstone of Round Rocks. Let me see if I have this straight. The codex fragments you gave to that Curl a few moments ago now features in a legend from ages past. That can't be possible. Can it? At this point, I'm ready to believe bleeding anything. But that reminds me, there was something I wanted to ask you. Remember when we went into the core and almost got our asses fried by that Colossus inside a Colossus? Well, I felt the strangest sensation then. A feeling that chilled me to the bone. As if something terrible had happened, I couldn't for the life of me remember. I felt it too. So tell us, did you see anything when you were going in and out of time? Do you have any idea what happened to us while Quick Things was spinning the hands of the clock? I'm afraid I do. I did see that. You're afraid you do? Well, that's not ominous in the least. On second thought, how about you don't tell us? Thank you very much. You'll get no arguments from me. There's some secrets better left secret. And from the look on her face, I reckon this is one of them. Anyway, it seemed this long and thoroughly mind-boggling battle of ours has finally come to an end. Of course, there's still plenty of work to be done, but now that Quick Thinks is out of the picture, I've high hopes for that Round Rocks and her friends will one day build their shining kingdom of rubbish and refuse. Speaking of work, we'd better get back to it before the chief catches us chattering. Always a pleasure. Till next time. That damn cat. Fuck! It's all the trash I'm carrying. Alright, let's do this one more time so we can get the shit. I'm gonna have to remind myself to fucking clear out my inventory again of this fucking garbage. Alright, well, I was hoping to at least get one of the Void Ark raids out of the way, but I am out of time for the night. We're gonna have to get back to it next week. Thanks everybody so much for watching, if you still are. I will be back on Friday or Sunday. I'm not sure yet. We're talking about moving to Gatewalkers onto Sunday because our other DM doesn't have a ton of time on Sundays and he's taking over, so I don't know what day it's going to be technically yet. But for this, we'll be back hopefully next week, Wednesday, as normal. Regardless, if you enjoyed and want to catch more, you know the deal. I'm not going to go into a big spiel. That was really beautiful. I love that entire fucking last section of this. The story was really fucking good, as always. But regardless, I'm going to sleep. I got work. Night, everybody.